So if you've done your research, you've probably noticed that there's over 6,000 agents in Northeast Ohio. So who do you choose? What do you look for? Well, if you are considering a real estate agent, I specialize in listings and I really focus on homes over $300,000. I love new home construction, but if I have to, I will run a buyer. The one thing that you need to understand, and I think it's extremely important for anyone to know, regardless of who you choose, because there are so many agents out there, unlike most industries where there's an 80-20 principle, 20% produce 80% of the results, well, in real estate, it's about 95-5. So 5% of the agents are producing 95% of the results. So a lot of people know a realtor. They know somebody in the industry through family or friends, and what you need to understand, not all realtors are the same. What I mean by that is this. A lot aren't willing to invest in themselves. So if you are going to hire a real estate agent, make sure they're willing to invest in themselves. They should be not only just having the real estate license, but what kind of sales training do they have? What kind of marketing training do they have? Do they know how to specialize in target marketing? That's something I know how to do. I've spent tens of thousands of dollars in direct response marketing. On top of that, I've actually helped and trained people in new home sales to actually make a six-figure income. So I've had to go through that training 7 times myself. And if you look at my history, I've had some great success when it comes to sales. I always compete at the top. So that's something else that's important. On top of that, everybody says they're a great negotiator, but how good are they at negotiating and what kind of actual training or books or experience do they have actually negotiating? The sad thing is everything can be a play on words. Everybody can make themselves sound great. Everybody can put a video online. Everybody can put a website online. But at the end of the day, do they have the results to back it up? And that's what you need to understand. On top of that, what kind of education are they doing for you? Are they educating you throughout the buying or selling process or even home building process? That's something that I do with all my clients because it creates a better experience for them, but it also creates less headache for me because I've properly informed them up front what they need to know. So these are the important things that you want to think about when you're hiring a real estate agent. If you don't work with me, not a big deal. I have a lot of business, but if you are wanting to work with me, I will provide a link below that you can apply to do real estate with me. You will see I educate and I make it more of a fun process, but I will tell you this, I'm kind of one of those no BS kind of people. So in the event that you don't like to hear the truth, I'm not going to be somebody that just tells you what you want to hear to get the sale. I'd rather talk you out of a house or talk you out of selling something if it doesn't make sense. And I would be the one to tell you that regardless what your opinion is, because as my fiduciary responsibility to any client, I have to be telling them the real advice, whether it's easy to say or hard to say. That's something I will do. So hopefully you appreciate that. But regardless, if you are searching for a real estate agent, you are looking for a top producer, just know what you're doing. Think this through and make sure that you have all the cards in place. Any agent should be more than willing to show you details or go into the weeds, so to say, to show their marketing plan. If it's just posting the sign in a lockbox and putting it on MLS, then you know what? Anybody can do that. I can do that too, but that's not exactly what I do, and that's not what I prefer to do. To give you the best results when listing your home, there's a lot of different things that go into play, from 3D tours to video tours to target marketing through direct mail, online, and understanding the type of buyer that would be looking for your home. If it's buying a home, it's understanding that there are actually closed prices in the neighborhoods that you're interested in that you should be looking at first. And if you aren't looking at those, you need to ask yourself why, or why your agent isn't showing those to you. These are all very important things that you want to make sure that you have the best knowledge before you actually make the decision and sign on the dotted line. Not with the agent, but actually the commitment to the fact that you're either buying or selling something that you're going to have to deal with for a very long time after the fact, depending on what you do and how you do it. So just make yourself a smart buyer and seller, get educated, and have an agent that's more than happy to take you through that process.